Hey sports fans, we're back, and today we're going to take a look at the engine that keeps America's team running, three-time Pro Bowl workhorse Ezekiel Elliot. After a phenomenal rookie season in 2016 that saw the former Ohio State Buckeye superstar lead the league in rushing yards while also being named first-team All-Pro, Zeke cemented himself as one of the National Football League's brightest stars and one of the biggest stars on the team with the star on their logo, the Dallas Cowboys. Although his weight and work ethic are often criticized, those close to Elliot know that he is as hard of a worker as anyone when it comes to the gridiron. Today we're going to examine just what Zeke does to stay fit and get into all-pro hand-breaking shape. But before we do that, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. All done? Alright, let's go. Ezekiel Elliot is your stereotypical three-down back. Able to run between those tackles and pick up the tough yards, he can break a run outside and take it 50, or he could serve as Dak Prescott's security blanket in case the QB needs to dump it off. Zeke came into the league with all the tools to be great and has managed to improve multiple areas of his game, including his quickness, long speed, agility, and those hands we're talking about in order to justify the $15 million per year price tag that it costs to keep his services in Big D. Now, 5 years in, and what certainly would have been 5 1,000-yard seasons later had Zeke not missed 6 games due to suspension and a game due to injury in 2020, Elliot is regarded as one of the elite bell cows in football. Let's take a look at how Zeke molds himself into one of the league's standards at the position by examining his ridiculous workout routine. After a forgettable 2020 season that had many questioning whether or not Elliot should be the main ball carrier in Dallas, Zeke entered the 2021 season with a lot to prove. When you're owed $90 million and under contract for a whopping 6 more seasons, the leash of the fans and front office became that much shorter with expectations through the roof. His pedestrian 4.0 yards per carry were the worst of his career, and many saying that Zeke left a lot of yards on the field with his inability to hit holes and break tackles like we're used to seeing. On top of that, any bursts that the 25-year-old has displayed in years prior appeared to be all gone. With Zeke's 2022 salary becoming fully guaranteed as of a few weeks ago, there's a mountain of pressure for Zeke to perform, and if early indications are true, Elliot is in top form and training relentlessly to restore the faith of the Cowboys faithful as well as the ones that writes his checks. In order to get back to the level we're used to seeing, Elliot linked up with his trainer and running back guru Jay Hicks, who also goes by the name 300, to get his game back to peak levels. His trainer is known for working with several top running backs and wide receivers to help sharpen their games and unlock the explosion and agility they didn't even know they had. Zeke is more agile than he gets credit for, but when his burst failed him last season behind an offensive line that was playing well below their normal level of play, Zeke suffered. Add in the fact that Dak Prescott missed the better portion of the season, and you have a running back that faced more stacked fronts than he'd seen entering the league with less help than he was used to. Predictably, he struggled. When Zeke got with Jay Hicks, the first thing they focused on was his biggest knock, his lack of speed. To get his speed right, Zeke worked on a variety of explosion drills that focused on explosive movements and worked all those fast twitch muscles that get athletes quicker in short areas and after contact. Using the trusty mini hurdles, training rigs, and his training ladder, Jay Hicks and Zeke worked on jump cuts and then exploding out of his cut to bring Zeke to full speed before reaching the next obstacle and doing the same thing. The sudden starting and stopping gets Zeke going from 0 to full speed as fast as possible and strengthens those fast twitch muscles we talked about while also working his lateral agility. Zeke finishes each drill with a sprint at the end as if he just broke through the secondary and is running for daylight. Zeke's speed has been questioned his whole career, but he's been known to break off chunk gains even when what's been blocked in front of him isn't there by being savvy with his speed and finding open spaces before defenders do. If Jay Hicks' speed exercises are working on Zeke like he's been advertising, we'll see more of 2016-2019 Zeke, who made defenses pay for not bringing him down. The speed drills also work on Zeke's agility and his short area quickness, as we mentioned, but that doesn't mean Zeke doesn't focus on becoming more agile altogether. At 225, many expect Elliot to be a traditional power back or a bruiser who lowers his head and takes on contact, taking the yards that's given or picking up the tough yards up the gut. While Zeke can play the power back role, he's also surprisingly agile for his size. In 2020, his elusiveness took a dip and ranked 35th out of eligible running backs, so this was a major concern for he and Jay Hicks when the two got together. And worked on his elusiveness they did. Using the same mini hurdles, ladder, training rigs, as well as a training block, Zeke explodes into the drill and then working his lateral quickness moves through the items at the direction of Jay Hicks as fast as he possibly can. Zeke repeats these exercises with very little break in between, which pretty much amounts to how fast he could jump back from his sprint to his agility drills. By the looks of the training videos that Zeke's been posting, he's looking as quick as he has since coming into the league his rookie season, so the agility and speed work are definitely paying off. In 2020, Ezekiel Elliot had a surprising case of fumbleitis. The normally sure-handed ball carrier put the ball on the ground a bit more than he was used to, so for his off-season focus leading up to this season, ball security has been his main thing. He and his trainer/running back guru got together to have him work on a variety of drills to simulate defensive situations, with Elliot holding the ball high and tight to his body and looked to have even changed his form a bit. Hicks ran Zeke through the ball security gauntlet, which has a defensive player on each side of him as he ran through cones, sidestepped through those mini hurdles, spun past training bags, and then would have him practice running through contact while defenders tried to punch the ball away. If Zeke puts the ball on the ground, the gauntlet would just get that much more intense, with either extra defenders or more obstacles for him to get through. By the end of the gauntlet, Zeke was a changed man, said to have seldomly put the ball on the ground. As long as Zeke is holding onto the rock, he's eating out there on Sundays, and he has no problem reminding people with his trademark Feed Me celebration and the tattoo on his abdomen to go with it. But what does Zeke eat off the field? Let's find out. When it comes to Elliot's diet, he enlists the services of a personal chef that he takes everywhere. Matter of fact, his personal chef used to be none other than Deion Sanders' personal chef, and someone who's also regarded as the best personal chef in Dallas. Zeke's meals are mostly high protein, and he also goes high carb for energy, especially in season. A typical meal could be steak and broccoli with some type of noodles or mashed potatoes and grilled chicken. Zeke's chef also cooks up a lot of meals and prepares them in a stir-fry, which is Elliot's favorite. But the meats he eats are usually lean, and his meals are portion-controlled so Zeke doesn't balloon out of shape. His weight is always a point of contention, and heading into the season, Zeke is trying to play a little lighter so he can play a little faster. In the latest video Zeke has posted this spring, he is noticeably lighter, so it will be interesting to see what type of shape he's in by the time training camp hits. One thing's for sure, Ezekiel Elliot is as motivated as ever, and his personal trainer and personal chef have Zeke looking like he's about to break all of his personal bests in the stat department so long he can stay healthy. Alright sports fans, that's it for our time on Ezekiel Elliot and his insane workout and diet. While Zeke has spent the offseason working on his cuts and, well, trying to look more cut, what stood out the most is just how hard this dude can work when he's motivated. Zeke appears as motivated as ever, and we expect to see a better Zeke than in 2020. Let us know what you think about Zeke's preparation and if you think he'll bounce back to his usual form this season by dropping a comment. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do us a favor and click that subscribe button to receive more videos just like this. Until next time, sports fans.